Hello everyone, welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV. I almost said 17. That's not even a game that currently exists. Leave a comment down below if you're watching this at a time when Final Fantasy XVII exists. Because I know 15 just recently came out, and that took like 10 years to come out. So in another like 20 years, maybe we'll see 17. Sister Arkin was attacked outside the Golden Bazaar. Gods forfend. Have a secure room at the inn for her should she require any rest. Searching for the mementos of orphans and risking her own well-being in the doing, no less. Certainly not the dastardly deeds Thancred would have us believe. I mean, Thancred was just, considering a possibility. Isambard seems to have a message to you from Thancred. I'm well glad I reserved that inn room for Sister Arkin. Seems she received greater injuries from her attackers than she initially let on. Thankfully, she's expected to make a full recovery. But now on to the matter at hand. Thancred came looking for you once more. He left word that he will be waiting at the Ul'dah encampment to the southeast. I pray the two of you are able to uncover some evidence regarding these disappearances. Maybe we will. Maybe we won't. We'll have to see. The Ul'dah encampment, though, you say, to the southeast. So let's head over in that direction. Alright, here he is. Here's Thancred. Hey, Thancred. Ah, there you are, Kazumi. So good of you to come. Indeed, I've heard all about good Sister Arkin. Isambard said her wounds were serious. It would seem my suspicion about the poor Rose were misplaced. But false though they were, perhaps my suspicions were not entirely without merit. Whilst following Sister Arkin near the Golden Bazaar, a band of Ul'dah caught my eye. God, sorry. Hiccups and burps. Excuse me. I tracked them as far as the encampment, but, well, let us say that I would much prefer to keep my distance and remain here. As this, of course, brings me to why I requested you, dear Kazumi. Would you be so kind as to take a look inside? Alright, fine. I'll go beat up some Ul'dah for you. I could probably get through some. I could probably get through some of this without having to fight. Though they are aggressive, I'm also level 23. So, like, woo, I can just walk right past those guys. So, queer leaflet. Thanks, guys. Don't mind me. Oh. That one was like, wait a minute. How did you get in here? I'll kill him. Just because. He attacked me, I'll attack him back. I would have let him live. But nah. He decided to attack me. What? Excuse me? Why did you come after me out of nowhere? Alrighty. That's been dealt with, thankfully. Hey, I only had to kill a couple of them. Well, did anything tickle your fancy? Yeah, I found this queer leaflet. This leaflet. Seize the wealth of Nald to the hands of your children. It looks to be some sort of assembly to provide the poor with work. And the lettering, though, atrocious, is it not? And these bits about Naldthal seem somewhat less than studied. Find it hard to believe one among the Order penned this. Please take this to the inn at Camp Drybone. Let us see what Sister Arkin makes of it. Alright, back to Camp Drybone, I guess. So long to get in between areas. I'm actually getting to the point where I'm getting annoyed that I don't have a mount. Just because I'm so used to having the mount to get everywhere. Like, it's not the game's fault, you know, that I'm just so used to having a mount, but it's just like, man, I didn't realize how, like, much you have to travel. The Savior comes again. To what do I owe the honor this day? Do you know anything about this? What is this? Blasphemous! These are not not our teachings at all. This was not made by any true brother or sister of the order. Of that I can assure you. Come to think of it, weeks ago the church was plagued by missing garments. Could someone be posing as a priest of the order to deceive the people? The plot thickens, Kazumi. Our culprit pretends to be a priest to lend credence to his deception. There's no doubt an irony in there somewhere. But I suspect we have a worthy adversary on our hands. I shall consider how best to handle this. For now, tell Isambard what we have learned here. I clicked like 10 times and it didn't progress? That was weird. I think we're almost to the level 20 quest, though. And at that point, we will be able to get our mount, so... Posing as a priest, to think. These troubling notions aside, it is gratifying to finally be able to move this investigation forward. Thank you once again, Kazumi. Shall keep my ears and eyes open, now more than ever. Yay! You do that. And then I totally come back here much later. I'm afraid I have not seen any unusual activity. It's only been like 2 minutes after all. Nor have any at this camp given me cause to doubt them. But unless we can identify the culprit, and soon, more innocents will fall victim. Do not despair just yet, my friend. An idea occurs to me. Our suspect has been posing as a priest using leaflets bearing false promises to lure the poor. Let Kazumi and me serve like with like. Some of the phrases are bleh. Let Kazumi and me serve like with like by posing as impoverished souls in need of succor. I dare to hope that this will yield us the answers we seek. It will be a dangerous undertaking, but you two are more than capable of looking after yourselves. I'm next to useless in battle, but I can supply the garments for the disguise. These old tunics and slops should serve your needs, so long as you don't mind the smell and the stains. And these will serve well, you have my thanks. Listen, Kazumi, so as to lay the foundation for our little ploy, we must make it widely known that more vagrants have arrived at camp and are desperate for coin. To this end, I want you to don the old garments Isambard has lent us and beg for work around the camp. Before long, the false priest should catch wind and approach us. Okay. Yes, one of the mechanics that they do enjoy doing is wearing specific gear. Let's see. Oh, okay. Weathered shepherd's tunic and weathered shepherd's slops. Yep, nobody will think that I am in disguise. Not with these boots or these the gloves or my giant shield and sword. Not at all. Yeah, this is one of those quests where it really does look better if you do them not necessarily as, you know, a different class. Where did these go? There it is. But it looks better if you're doing it, you know, if you have some level of glamour. So, and I do. I do, as Conjurer. Plus, Conjurer is my current lowest anyway. Swain Hilt. I preach the teachings of Azima, the Warden. Hast thou come to partake of the honey of her wisdom? Azima is keeper of the sun and goddess of inquiry. All is laid bare beneath the light of a divine countenance. Upon thy heart to this light, needy child. Open thy heart to this light, needy child. Not upon, sorry, and thou shalt want for naught till the end of days. Boy, that sounds like some particular dialogue I've heard before in my life. Greetings, good madam. Is there aught I might assist you with? Oh, I don't believe there is. I'm afraid our wares are very expensive. Mayhap you should rejoin your fellows out at the pond north of Sandgate. Let's stop with the merchant real quick. Can stop here and buy gear. Though I don't know that there's any better gear at the moment. Obviously I can't check since I'm wearing a disguise at the moment, but it's fine. I believe this person is... I don't know where this person is. Are they up there? I think. Well, let's hit the people down here first. Curl. Knurl. And you are? Humph, another refugee by the looks of you. The immortal flames have neither work nor coin for your like. Begone. See to it you don't make a nuisance of yourself. Rude. And you're supposed to be the freaking flame captain. How rude. Like, really, though? I like that I'm clearly still an adventurer, though, because I have the freaking staff. But, oh well. Beneath me... I don't remember how to get to that. If only I had a flying mount. Oh wait, maybe they're just inside this building. Come to think of it. Ah, they are. Hey, Edelston. And I was about to get to the good part. Looking for work, you say? Sorry, but we don't have any openings. Now get out of here so I can finish my story. Alright, now we can go up the stairs, because the other guy's up there. Wee. Arildus. What is it? God, it's not again. Look, being poor doesn't give you the right to pester whosoever you like. Why don't you keep with your own kind by that muddy pond of yours at Drybone? Two people said something about a pond. You have quite a knack for being a nuisance, Kazumi. Camp is abuzz with talk of a newly arrived vagrants. And though we were unable to attract our wayward transgressor, we were able to learn that the poor have a commune by the pond north of Sandgate, to the east of here. And the eyes of the authorities do not reach that place. Other ideals for spiriting away helpless souls. Let us go there and wait for the kindly priest to come and offer us aid and comfort. Needless to say, you'll need to remain in disguise. And now we have to go back up the stairs so that we can go out of here. It really would be nice if they gave you a mount at this point. I understand why they don't, because of what your first mount is. And maybe this is just, me coming from World of Warcraft where they have heirloom mounts. They're literally like, hey, here's a mount for when you don't have a mount. I don't know. The heirloom mount thing does seem a little ridiculous, though. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I think it would be nice to have a mount a little earlier, maybe? At least maybe not have it be locked behind a quest. That said, I really don't think they need, you know, heirloom mounts, so... Hey, Thancred. Fine morning for catching false priests, wouldn't you say? You look absolutely smashing, Kazumi. Positively dressed for deception. All that's left, then, is to wait for a quarry to appear. Oh, you poor unfortunate souls. This is no way for men to live. No way at all. Who are you? What do you want? Be at ease, child, for I mean you no harm. I am a priest of the Order of Nord-Thal, and I come to offer you succor. This leaflet bears the teachings of Nord. Trust to them, and they will surely set you free from the shackles of penury. A tempting offer, but I'm afraid I must decline. On account of that atrocious performance, you would have made a god's awful mummer, Ungist. What? How did you know? You bastards tricked me. Please don't hurt me. I was only doing it to protect my people. Is that so? Do continue. Very well. I'm a man of the Golden Bazaar. Raised there, if not born. Some moons ago, the Amalja raids began. They would appear sudden as a sandstorm, and plunder and pillage at will. Our defenders couldn't stand against them, few as they were. Everyone lived in fear. I wanted to save my people, but being a merchant was all I knew. And so I did the only thing a merchant could. I approached the Amalja in hopes of brokering a deal. In return for sparing the Golden Bazaar, they made demands, outrageous ones. Demands? Of what kind, pray tell? First of all, they wanted to schedule for crystal shipments from the Nanawa mines. For this, I bribed one of the workers to leak me the information. Next, they wanted me to bring them people, so I posed as a priest to lure in the vulnerable and give them over to the Amalja. I didn't have a choice. Protecting one's home is a noble thing, but at the cost of innocence, who could have sought the aid of the immortal flames, yet you did not. I suspect you are not telling the full story. What made you sell out your own people? Speak. It was good. What did you say? The coin was good, I said. I could sell mole meat for a score of lifetimes, not even see a fraction of what the Amalja pay me. You sacrificed innocence so that you could line your own pockets. Words fail to express the contempt I feel for you. Spare me your contempt. If you want to blame someone for the mess the world's in, then blame yourselves or the gods. Not you again. Were you the one leaking the Immortal Flame's patrol routes to the enemies as well? Spit it out. No, I know nothing about that, I swear it. At this stage, I'm rather disinclined to believe aught that leaves your mouth. But no matter, there'll be time enough to learn the truth. Kazumi, be a dear and take word of these developments to Minfilia, would you? Sure. I shall prize everything I can out of this filth. The abductees are still somewhere out there. Our foremost priority is to rescue them. Alright. Oh, God. Alright. I did get these Vesper Bay Aetherite tickets. Let's do that. Even though Vesper Bay doesn't have an Aetherite, as annoying as that is, but we can we can do that. Let me just go ahead and whoops. Put my gear back on now that I don't need that. You still have another quest. Still learn how to craft. Oh, right. Crafting glamour prisms is what that is. Got it. Got it. And yours is what exactly? Braving New Depths. And level 35. And going for gold. Level 44. Good grief. I didn't think those quests were visible yet. I knew those quests existed, but I didn't think they were visible yet. Good grief. I was like, oh, what is this quest? Because usually when there's a red marker, it means that you can do the quest. You just have to switch to a different class or something. Not like freaking, hey, this is freaking level 44. Good luck with that. Welcome back, Kazumi. I'm pleased that you and Thancred have been getting along. I see, you have done well to uncover the truth. My thanks for the report. As Thancred said, we must ascertain where the abducted were taken, and none but the Emulsion know the answer. Suffice it to say, they will not willingly part with this information. I fear blood will be spilled before all is said and done. Here we go. Ophelia would like you to meet a distinguished individual, life, materia, and everything. Though we seek a peaceful solution to the primal problem, we must needs be ready to fight for our cause. That you might take to the field suitably prepared, I would have you meet with a goblin acquaintance of mine. His name is Mutamix Bubbly Pots, and he is a scholar of no small repute. Mutamix is renowned for having introduced a revolutionary method of enhancing equipment in Eorzea. The knowledge of this method was once a closely guarded secret, but thanks to Mutamix and his students, it has now been disseminated to the great benefit of all of the realm. It would serve you well to acquire an understanding of the process. For this purpose I shall lend you a blade. Take it to Mutamix and bid him use it to demonstrate his craft to you. Mutamix is ever to be found at his camp in central Thanalan, a place known as the Bonfire. Look for a pillar of smoke, and the way will become clear. The Bonfire! Now off to Blackbrush Station, because it's the closest area to the bonfire. Gotta get hydrated. Honestly, I don't know if what I'm drinking would necessarily be called hydration. But, it's worked. I haven't died yet drinking this. It's Pepsi, in case anybody's wondering. I haven't died yet from drinking it. Usually I don't drink Pepsi, though. I drink Fanta. But the last 2 weeks I went shopping, they were completely out of Fanta products. I'm like, what the crap, man? Watch for the pillar of smoke, they say. That's not visible until you get here. Oh well. School? Who is Uplander? Come to... this is like Darth Vader, right? So it's like... Who is Uplander? Come to tentering of Mutamix Bubbly Bots. I have a dagger. Echo. Stop. Fighty Tool drinks in airy self. One full of airy self. Fighty Tool changes to Stony Shine, name of materia. If materia join with other Fighty Tool, then Big Eyes, Fighty Tool gains power of airy self. School! Mutamix is reckoning the Uplander as friend of Minfilia.
Yes, tongue flaps reach ears of Mutimex with fastness. Minfilia wants Uplander to see power of materia. Uplander brings Fighty Tool to Mutimex, yes?
Right here. It's a dagger.
School! Fighty Tool is unstrong as eating tool. Make good teaching show of power of materia.
The materia, master.
Now eyes of Uplander point at Fighty Tool, yes? School! Materia joined with Fighty Tool. Fighty Tool gains power of materia. Fighty Tool reborn. Here, Uplander take Fighty Tool to Minfilia.
Materia, strictly speaking, is a kind of crystal. It is created by drawing out the etheric constituents from a piece of equipment and then crystallizing them. Not just any old equipment will serve, mind you. It must have sufficient spirit bond, that being a measure of how fully an item has been imbued with its owner's spirit. This thing going up and down in the background was, for a moment, until I realized that it was the background, was making me feel like she was bouncing up and down. When you attach a piece of materia to gear, you imbue the host item with its power. That's how Master Mutimix turned that dagger of yours from Sumat, as would have struggled to cut steak, into a weapon worth wielding.
School! Uplander wishes to be joiner of materia? Then Uplander best fill brain case with knowings of crafty making. With knowings of crafty making, Uplander can become joiner of materia. If Uplander wants brain case to rattle with knowings of materia, Uplander best trade tongue flaps with Lanny ones of Mutimax.
That was fun, just because I was doing my Monokuma voice.
But then I was covering my mouth.
I was covering my mouth with my hand, which, my avatar doesn't display, unfortunately.
But I was doing this. Yes. Ah!
That was not the Monokuma laugh at all, by the way. Whoops. Swine Bros wishes to disseminate the secrets of materia creation. What would you say if I told that inanimate objects can possess a soul? They can, believe it or not, although the soul in question is not their own, but that of their owner. Through faithful service, the arms and armor that we come to hold our spiritual energy. I read that wrong. Thus do we form a spirit bond with them. The spiritual energy can be drawn out and converted into materia, a special kind of crystal that can be attached to gear to enhance its properties. I am well versed in the ways of materia extraction. If you wish to learn more about the process, it would be my pleasure to teach you. You are ready to commence your learning? Good. As you will have gathered by now, material is a crystallized form of one spiritual energy. As this energy is derived from an individual's psyche, a volatile beast at the best of times, a degree of variance is to be expected in its production. In practice, this means that you won't know the exact properties of a stone until you cradle it in your hand. Now, materia won't grant you much of anything on its own. Power must be tapped, see? And this is achieved by melding it to gear. Know, though, that it takes the daft hands of a craftsman to meld materia. You can always seek others to touch materia on your behalf, but if you would sooner do it yourself, I recommend you speak with Phobos. Melding is her field of expertise. Wish to remove materia from an item, you can do the thing. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Materia extraction! Woo! Which is a general ability? Yes. Here it is. Materia extraction! So you don't have to have this, but it is a lot easier. Because you can just do this. And it lets you get everything. Like, it lets you see all of your items. And anything that has enough spirit bond will always be at the top of the list. So, in case you're, like, worried that I'm not scrolling through everything, it's because, as you can see, the weathered wristlets went down to the bottom because they've only got 1% now. And now I have to be level 15 as a crafter in order to do Waking the Spirit. Or level 19, never mind. So, materia melding. So at the moment, I can't do anything with materia. But now we have access to materia. And thank God we do, because I was getting tired of seeing those white dots on my inventory. Ugh. It can be annoying. It can be annoying. It really can. And like, oh, I don't think any of you have even been able to see. Yeah, you can't even see that. It's down here. It's behind me. I would have to... Boop. Hey, now you can see. So this right here, this is your character screen. And if an item has materia, these green items here will turn white. And those have been there for quite a while. Those have been white for quite a while. So, like, several things there have been white for quite a while, so. I shouldn't be able to pick up any quests from you. Oh, hello, Helatali. How about that? So it's not the house that Death made. That's level 17, different quest line. Hello, Halatali. Nedrick of the Scions of Seventh Dawn has some useful information he wishes to share. Hail there, adventurer. I'm Nedrick Ironheart, explorer by trade and a scion by allegiance. And you, my friend, look to me an adventurer in need of challenge. I happen to know just a place I will offer it to you. Tucked away in a corner of eastern Thonalon lies Halatali, and it is there that you will find all the excitement you crave. The place boasts a storied history. It was built some 100 years past as a training ground for gladiators. The calamity laid ruin to it, though, as it did to most things. Now, Halatali is a shadow of its former self. But in the dark of the shadow lurk wild beasts, both bloodthirsty and beyond count. For one such as yourself, I dare say there is no place finer than Halatali to test your skill and refine your technique. Indeed, I've taken the liberty of passing your name along to the flames who oversee the place. Should you visit, speak with one Fafajoni near the entryway. Yay! So I don't know what the house that Death built is, because I thought that was Halatali. But it's not. I think it's another dungeon that I don't remember what is. But I'm still fairly certain it's in Camp Drybone. But I might be wrong. Guess we'll find out at some point. Enter the Solar? Yes. 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 That hurts you. That hurts the throat. Welcome back, Kazumi. I trust your visit to the bonfire proved fruitful. Materia enhanced dagger. Ah, what a remarkable difference a single piece of materia can make. Granted, the skills needed to manipulate the substance are not easily acquired, but one need only look upon the results to realize such efforts are worthwhile. As I am sure you are aware, the quality of one's equipment can be the difference between victory and defeat. Materia may well give you the edge you need, Kazumi, so make it your ally. Now, it is time we discuss the matter of your next mission. Pray, speak with me when you are ready to begin. Life, materia, and everything. There it is, Lord of the Inferno. It is time! Word has arrived from Thancred concerning our ongoing investigation. It appears he was able to extract some information from our friend Ungus, the false priest. He revealed that he is due to meet with the Amalja to discuss their dealings. The Immortal Flames believe that the meeting will present an ideal opportunity to ambush and capture the Amalja responsible for the abductions, and so they mean to have Ungus attend as planned. As the Amalja are anticipated to offer fierce resistance, the Immortal Flames have requested our support. I would have you provided to them, Kazumi. Thancred is presently attending to another matter, but will join you as soon as he is able. Until such time as he does, you will be the Scion's sole representative on the ground. Before he left, he bade me to tell you to save some for him. Such is his confidence in you, a confidence I share. When you have made ready, pray take yourself to Camp Drybone and report to the Flame Sergeant leading the mission. May you walk in the light of the crystal. Camp Drybone. Alright. Lord of the Inferno. I don't see the quest here yet. I don't see any blue quests here yet, so there's that. Actually, is that in Gridania, now that I'm thinking of it? That might be it. We'll see. Ah, you're Kazumi Arata of the Scions. My thanks for coming, friend. We're stronger for your assistance. Allow me to brief you on our mission. Our objective is to capture Amalja and prize from them the whereabouts of the abductees. The lizardmen aren't aware that their man Ungus has been exposed. When they come to the rendezvous point to meet the traitor, we'll spring the trap. Owing to the clandestine nature of the mission, we can deploy only a small contingent. Every member must count, so we requested the aid of the Scions. The rendezvous will take place at the Invisible City. Please make our way there and lie in wait. We stand to learn much and more of the Amalja plots if the mission succeeds, Kazumi. Let's make sure it does. Sure thing. I will make sure that this mission succeeds without a hitch. There will be absolutely no problems at all. Nothing to worry about. Yep. Absolutely no problems. Okay. Where am I supposed to go? I wonder. Up there, to the Invisible City. Of course. Because, you know, he did say that. I just didn't remember. That's all. Alright. Here we are. The Invisible City. Here's our destination, where we will lie in wait. And we will ambush the ambushers. Is the bait in place? Our man is in position, sir. Good. We make our move as soon as the Amalja appear. Yes, sir. There they are. The Amalja. Whoa! What is the meaning of this? Wait, something's amiss. Oh crap. I just had lights flicker. I hope hope that doesn't happen more. Please no power loss, because I would lose this whole episode. I'm afraid your little ambush ends here. I eluded the immortal flame's clutches for moons before finally being caught. Do not wonder how I managed it. It was almost as if someone was feeding them information from the inside. Aye, your every movement was known to me ahead of time. Now, as much as I'd love to chat a while, I have appointments to keep. They're all yours. That's a lot of Ul'dah. Oh, crap. Defeat the Ul'dah. Our Ul'dah friends will keep you company. The traitors might get my hands on you. I forget, are there healers on this? For the Ul'dah? I don't think so. I think the healers are on our side. Oh, I see. I think they're just using potions. Take them all out. How long will you last, I wonder? Oh, there's more over there. Another wave. Stay sharp, man. I missed? They are still spawning? Damn it, there's no end to them. The show is only just beginning. I had to say that quietly because a family member was up. And obviously, you know, that's a curse. My family does not do cursing. Get him! And now there's even more! I'm the only person left. Put up your weapon, or your comrade's a dead man. Behind you! Ugh. Sleep spell! Bring her. The rest of you, march. Traitorous scum. Oh no. Zonrak. Oh, we're all the way over in Zonrak. I fear the Ul'dah mean to give us to their gods as an offering. If I must die, then let me die a soldier's death with steel in hand. The Bowl of Embers is now accessible. So, this is where things become really, in my opinion, really cool. Well, these waters feeds into the marshes of Drybone. Short swim will set us to see us to freedom. However, if all of us attempt to flee, we are like to be discovered. You alone must sneak out and assemble a rescue party. Once you have one free, seek our comrade stationed at Drybone. He'll show you the way back here. May 12 speed your way. Leave the immediate area? No. So if you want to leave and do other things, you can. But what you have to do is something here I'll show you in just a minute. It's claimed they will soon bring us before Ifrit for tempering. And you're not seriously considering locking horns with the devil now, are you? So, I think I mentioned before that you can do dungeons with NPCs, which is on its in its own right a really cool system. However, I'm not going to do that because this is not a dungeon. This is what is known as a trial. And this is different from a dungeon. Owing to a betrayal, you have been captured by the Emulsion and taken to their stronghold of Zonric. They are to be given as an offering to the Primal Ifrit. If you are to survive this fiery encounter with the Lord of the Inferno, you and your comrades must fight with no less than every ounce of your strength. Should you fall, your souls shall burn for eternity. I'm actually surprised that that's not an instant queue. I really expected that to be an instant queue. Right then. Shouldn't take too long, because we are queued as healer. Hey! Switching to tank did it. Helped out. There was apparently already a healer and DPS in queue. There just wasn't a tank in queue. I waited like 5 minutes as healer. I was like, I wonder if tank will get in. Sure enough. Been a long time since I've actually watched this cutscene. Lords of the Inferno, hearken to our plea. Lord of the Inferno, deliver us from our misery. Actually, I have a better way of
doing this. There we go. Almighty Ifrit, Lord of the Inferno, your humble servants beseech you, grace us with your divine presence. Almighty Ifrit, we bring you ignorant savages who know not your godhead. If it please you, Lord, scorch their heathen souls with your cleansing flame, and mark them as your own.
bloody house. Bring those two as well. Not gonna do that for that guy. Ugh. What's going on? This ain't what we agreed. None but servants of Lord Ifrit may behold the right of summoning. The souls of unbelievers are forfeit. No, spare me, I beg you. Oh, I don't know what Ifrit would be.
Pitiful children of man, by my breath I claim you. Arise once more, my loyal minions. Feed my flames with your faith, and all who shall stand against us shall burn.
I like that. That works really well. That works really well. I feel like that one worked really well. Huh? Oh, mighty Ifrit! My one true God. Your words are my bread. Meanwhile, I'm like, what?
Impossible. By what source do you resist my master's will? Could it be your soul already belongs to another? Yes, that is the only explanation.
Forsooth, thy frail mortal form can serve as vested to the blessing of but one. Yet I smell not the taint of another upon thee. The truth of thy light allegiance waxeth clear. Thou art of the goddess's blessed number. The paragrams warned of thine abhorrent kind. Thine existence is not to be suffered.
Oh boy. Iron Will.
Succumb to the Inferno!
I don't exactly have keybinds set up right now because I disabled them before. Yeah, I stunned you. What of it?
Thy soul shall burn for eternity. Thou art strong, mortal.
I like the accidental little like growl that it gives me. Ah. There are no party members. What a surprise! Don't suppose I can like hide this now. Nope, it's just stuck there. Which is unfortunate, because this would have been a really good screenshot. Or the screenshot with Inferno, with Ifrit. I suppose I can always get this from the journey thing. The endless journey. Because yeah, I definitely want to grab a screenshot of Ifrit for the thing. Pray, forgive my lateness. I was delayed by a congregation of Amor's zealots. I swear, each seemed more evangelical than the last. Some persistent lot. Dead. Phew. Dead. I see the Bloodsworn wasted no time extracting the captives, no less than I'd expect from the Flame General's hand-picked men. As for those two, it is fair to say their hardships have only just begun. They have much to answer for. I feel I owe you an apology, Kazumi. Had I known this mission would prove so dangerous, I would never have left you to face it alone. You have been given a veritable baptism of fire. No, I'm okay. But let us continue this conversation in more agreeable surrounds. Camp Drybone, shall we say? This way, sir. Ah.
So, that was the mighty Ifrit.
Remember, he has that. Oh, he doesn't have his mask on. Never mind. And what a disappointment he was. The ratings were nowhere near what I had anticipated, even taking Ul'dah interference into account.
You should know better than to rely upon 5-year-old data left by the 7th Legion.
She has a helmet on.
Nor can we expect any form of support from the motherland, given the troubles at court. We've only ourselves to rely upon.
Even ever the pessimist, my dear Livia. Promise me you'll never change. I just did Thancred there.
We've wasted enough time here. That meter of yours is too old to give any reading worth a damn.
Not that there was aught worth a damn for it to read, but I take your point. I suppose we must content ourselves with the knowledge that we've achieved our primary objective. And yet I find that I am troubled by that adventurer's unexpected show of strength. Could such a foe prove a hindrance to our plans?
Perhaps, but that is a consideration for another time. You have been given a task. That is your priority. I suggest you treat it as such. Fail to do as my lord commands, and I will spare him the trouble of punishing you.
With allies like that. Beware, woman in love. I shall need to be on my best behavior. I'm still doing Thancred's voice for Nero. I need to go back and re-listen to what Nero sounds like. If I want to give him, like, his if I want to try for his proper voice. Meanwhile, don't mind the fact that we're still here. So, everybody left immediately because they just skipped that entire cutscene. So... Oh, there's not another cutscene. Okay. I thought there was one more cutscene after that, but there was not. Never mind. I was getting my voice modulator ready. Ah, there you are, Kazumi. Come, rest a while. You will have no better opportunity. After witnessing their god's ignominious defeat, the Immortal will be less inclined to risk our wrath. For a time, at least. Now, where were we? Ah, yes. I was in the process of apologizing. I do hope you can forgive me. I arrived too late to be of any use. To you or the abductees. They may be whole of body, but the same cannot be said of their minds. For once a man is tempered. Ah, but it ill suits me to dwell on the negatives. Amidst all our misfortunes, there is still reason to rejoice. Ifrit is slain, and by your hands, no less. And that is the deed of no ordinary individual, Kazumi. Not that I ever thought you were ordinary. On the contrary, I have long suspected that you have the potential to shape the fate of this realm. What can I say? My fine eye for talent remains undimmed. Minfilia would be proud beyond all reckoning when she hears of your deeds. I trust you shan't object to my bearing the tidings to her. That way I can claim to have contributed something to this mission. You, meanwhile, have earned yourself a rest. Take some time to relax and return to the Waking Sands when you are good and ready. We can discuss matters in more detail then. Just don't take too long, will you? The realm's problems won't solve themselves. And indeed, we will return to speak with Minfilia next time. I hope you've enjoyed. If you did, feel free to subscribe. Check the video description down below for a link to the playlist. That way you can catch up on any episodes you might have missed. And I will see you all next time. See you later.